Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another dream come true. First was the R18B, then the Road Glide, and now we get to ride the 2024 Honda Goldwing, the Mac Daddy of touring motorcycle, the creme de la creme of touring bikes. Now we do have it in just bagger form, and another Goldwing goes by. We do have it in bagger form, not the touring model. The bagger has just the side cases and a smaller windshield, but it's a Goldwing and it's a DCT model. And we'll talk about the DCT in a little bit because I'm actually happy it's the DCT model. Now I'm curious. The panniers are nice and big. And just looking at it, it's such an imposing beast. I mean, from the front, from the back, it looks absolutely superb. The flat six engine, 1800 cc's. I think it's 1832 cc's, something like that. The flat six is a cream of an engine. Now, I just rode it 500 meters from the event to here, and now we're going to properly get a feel for the Goldwing. I'm gonna see how am I gonna get it out of here, because this is a heavy bike, okay? But we'll see what we can do. But we only have it for half an hour, so let's ride the damn thing. What's the time? Alright, half an hour it is. Engine start. It does have a start-stop feature. So in terms of controls, what do we have? We have the windshield here. We have the volume for the radio here, radio controls here, heated grips, audio to go to your intercom or your speakers, all kind of buttons to control. We have our DCT controls, our cruise control, our hazard lights. This is for the menu. A lot of buttons. Home. Yeah, it gives you a lot of stuff for the bike. We go to audio. We also have navigation. And this shows us a map of where we are near Rushnov. What a beauty. We have our horn here. We have our forward and reverse buttons. And this is a really interesting one. If I pop it out of, put the handbrake back down, you hold the brake in, you hold this button and it goes into a certain gear, and then you can press this button and the bike reverses for you. Or you have a button here, you press it, and the bike will go forward for you. This is so nice to walk the bike around. In a parking lot and something like that, you just walk the bike around. And then when you're done, brake, hit this button again, and goes to normal riding mode. So we're gonna put it in drive. It's in tour mode now. And let's get out of here. Actually, it's clear, so let's get some speed so we don't drop this thing at low speed. And now we just let the DCT do its stuff, and it's already up to fourth gear, okay? It's such a smooth transmission, and combined with the engine, oh, is this ever a joy to ride. And interesting part is, it's not only smooth, but it feels so light on its feet in the corners. I mean, I just got on the thing and it's almost half a ton of motorcycle. I think it's 350 to 400 kilograms. But it's such a beauty to ride. It goes into the corner so well. It feels like a bike half its size. I mean, it feels just like my Zonte scooter, which is half the weight of this. And with the DCT transmission, it really is no harder to control than just a regular maxi scooter. Oh, my suspicions were true. This is the best maxi scooter on the market. This really is. It feels as easy to ride as a maxi scooter. If they would have put the rear brake up here, man, that would have just been so awesome. And it's hard to describe. It's just like the Road Glide and the R18B, where you're expecting them to be extremely heavy and cumbersome, but they're not. They're so easy to ride and to maneuver around. It's uncanny how easy it is. The brakes are tremendous. And if you put the rear brake, it also acts on the front. And it also, the DCT, if you press hard on the brakes, will give you engine brake. It will automatically start downshifting gears. I mean, I'm just gonna put rear brake and hard, and it puts both the rear and the front brake on. So you can just ride it with your foot and one hand for the throttle, and that's it. You can also put front brake only, and man, do those pads ever bite into those brake discs? And I'm riding it in tour mode. I mean, if I switch it, we're gonna switch it to sport once we get into the tighter section of the road, but man, is it ever gorgeous to ride. And comfort, well, I'm riding just the bagger version, so the windscreen is pretty low. And in terms of wind protection, I only have a little bit of wind. I mean, I can ride with my visor open just fine. I only have a little bit of wind on the top of my helmet. Granted, the screen is in its highest position, but even if I lower it down, all I have is wind on my helmet. But otherwise, I'm completely shielded from the wind. I mean, just look at it, how massive it can be. The interesting part is the R18B and the Road Glide felt like the bike was another 200 meters in front of you. This doesn't feel like that. I mean, I feel like this is so close. Really, it feels like a maxi scooter. Really, it feels like a maxi scooter. It's uncanny. It's just the same as the other big baggers, but the Goldwing, it's reminiscent of a big maxi scooter, and it's just as difficult or intimidating as a big maxi scooter. It's uncanny. And man, the riding position, the fact that the foot pegs are below you means you can even stand up a little bit on it, but yet I'm not cramped on it. I don't feel crowded on it. Oh, I'm falling in love with this motorcycle. It's everything you would want for a touring bike. I really love the R18B and the Road Glide, but they do feel heavy. This doesn't. And with the assistance for backing it up, or for assistance of walking it through a parking lot, it doesn't matter that it weighs half a ton, because you can do whatever you want with it. And the smoothness of the engine, Jesus. 6 cylinders is 6 cylinder, boys. I mean, I really do not feel anything. I feel the slightest if of vibration, just to say that it's not an electric bike. That's it. It just gives you a small tickle in your feet when you accelerate, so you know that there's actually pistons going left and right underneath you. But that's it. Nothing else. It's just so smooth in the way it delivers power. And in tour mode, it has some power, but it's very calm and relaxed. If we want to go to sport mode now, whoa, whoa, it really is like a Jekyll and Hyde. The DCT instantly goes a couple of gears down, holds the revs longer, and at 3000 RPM this thing shifts, and I mean properly shifts. I don't have room to open up the tabs, but you just think of an overtake and you open up the throttle just a little bit and that's it, it's gone. Oh, we're gonna keep it in sport mode in this section, so maybe we can overtake some cars and get a bit of open road. And once again, going to a hairpin turn, I don't have to think about anything, and it holds second gear. That's good. I really hoped it wouldn't go into first gear, but it holds second gear, because if it would have downshifted to first gear mid-corner, it would have really unsettled the bike mid-corner. But I know the modern day DCT is very, very conscious of lean angle and everything, so it helps the rider. It works with you and not against you. People, they say they don't like DCTs, I don't know, On a Goldwing, it just feels right, and it holds second gear as we lean into the corner. The bike is nice and easy to lean into a corner, and then we just power out. You don't even feel the shifts. There we go, boys. And then brakes and engine brake and everything. Woo! Man, I just got off the Bonneville T200, T120, and this feels like a much more easier bike to ride hard. Somehow, even though it's a lot heavier, it carries its weight so much better. This really is a very impressive motorcycle. I mean, properly impressive. Woohoo! And the brakes give you confidence. Chuck it into the bend. It loves it. It absolutely loves it. Amazing. It shouldn't ride like this. You look at the spec sheet, it should not ride like this. It should be just a highway cruiser, and I know it's a wonderful highway cruiser, but we're in the twisties and it should not ride like this. Really. Come on, Goldwing! Amazing. Total confidence in the bike, and I just got on the damn thing. It's so much confidence inspiring. Come on. I know you're a tourist on vacation, but seriously, you can't go a little bit faster. Come on, Goldwing. There we go. Listen to it scream. Hard on the brakes. And with the DCT, I don't have to worry about the engine. I can really focus on my entry points. I can really focus on the motorcycle. And with ABS, traction control, 6-axis IMU, I can really explore the bike and feel safe about it. Like I've said, it's extremely confidence inspiring. Just lean it into the bends. The thing will take it. Oh, hard on the brakes. And it never shifts to first gear. I love that. It never shifts to first gear, and there's enough torque in second gear to really push you out of the corners. Oh my God, is this... Oh, baby! Is this ever an awesome motorcycle? Hallelujah, brothers! Alright, out of the big three, I know which one I love. This is an awesome bike and I'm in love! Woo-hoo-hoo! This is it. This is the pinnacle of motorcycling for what I love motorcycling. A bike that would do it all. A bike that can do highways, a bike that can do monster road trips, a bike that can do a twisty road, a bike that is comfortable as a couch and yet can get the heart pumping when you start pushing it. We found it. We found the Holy Grail. This is it. In sport mode, it's just awesome. I know the car wants to let me pass, but it's too tight here. And this is a Goldwing, dude. I'm not gonna stick it into the corners. Alright, you know what? Let's see. Nah, that's too tight. Let's calm down. It's a bit of traffic here. Let's pop it back into tour mode. And now the thing calms down and relaxes. And look how easy you can ride. Even I'm feet up, first gear, feet up. It's uncanny. And the DCT just It's like your brain is connected to the DCT and you are commanding it with your brain, and it does everything for you. I've ridden the DCT on the XADV, and on that thing it's not as well set up as on this thing. This just works with you. I mean, it properly works with you. It's uncanny. I'm speechless. I have nothing to complain with this motorcycle. We're gonna turn it around here. I'm gonna catch my breath a little bit. Also, watch this. So we've stopped here. We put it in neutral. Hit this button. Turn it around. And now the bike backs up for me. Hope. And now forward. And I can just walk the bike. And it's as easy to do as like a little city scooter. It's amazing. And then stop. Button again. Back into drive. And let's go down the hill. Oh, what a motorcycle. Does it record? What a motorcycle, everyone. Such a compelling package of a motorcycle. The Goldwing. I am shocked by it. I knew it was gonna be good, okay? I'm not gonna lie about it. Even though it's heavy, a lot of people, I've seen a ton of reviews saying that this bike is light on its feet and it's actually a sport touring bike. But I thought, yeah, like maybe they were saying it's a sport touring bike compared to other big bikes. I mean, it's probably just 10% better in the corners than other touring bikes. Big touring bikes, big baggers, but no. It's a lot better in the corners than other touring bikes. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I've had my visor open all the way. And this is the short windscreen. It's not the long one. And now we're gonna try to go down these corners, down these switchbacks in tour mode. And just enjoy the gentle aspect of the Goldwing. It's a gentle giant. There's the R18. As we cruise down the mountain roads and enjoy the scenery. I think a bit of rain is coming, but we're enjoying the scenery, nice and calm and relaxed. I'm using just the rear brake because it also acts on the front, and it really hunkers the bike down into a corner. It really helps you tuck it in. There's the 1300 GS on test. What a wonderful machine. I'm probably gonna I'm probably gonna leave this video completely unedited so you can get the full experience of what it is to actually get on a modern day Goldwing for the first time, or on any Goldwing for the first time. I've only ridden an 1800 2006 model for like 200 or 300 meters through our yard at work, but you can't tell anything in a yard going 20 kilometers an hour. This is my first time on a Goldwing, on any generation of Goldwing, and I am stumped by it. It's shocking. Even now I'm riding super calmly and relaxed. We're going 80 kilometers an hour down this mountain road, and it feels like it's nothing. I mean, I'm one-handed in a corner. I mean, how simple is that? Whoa, hard on the brakes. I still have to get the rear brake is a little bit touchy in the sense it brakes a little bit more than you would expect. The front doesn't come in until just about quarter travel of the rear brake. So when you first touch the rear brake, you only do have just rear brake, and then you pass a certain point and the front grabs. You can't, but it's something you have to get used to, so you know when it actually starts biting. But you're probably gonna get used to it in a couple of kilometers. I've already started getting used to it, so it's no biggie. But man, what a wonderful machine. Tuck it in, just enjoy the scenery, ride calmly, Be relaxed. The bike changes gear for you. The engine is at less than 2000 RPM. So we bombed up the road in sport mode, and now we're cruising down in touring mode. And it feels perfect for both of them. It's a Goldwing. There's a reason it has gold in the name. This is unlike any other bike I've ever ridden. This really is unlike any other motorcycle I've ever ridden. It just does everything with an elegance to it. It's uncanny. And it can shift even in tour mode. But in tour mode, the engine doesn't go past 3000 RPM. In sport mode, it doesn't go under 3000 RPM. So it's almost like you have two engines to work with. And it's funny how it, even going the same speed, same throttle, like now, I'm just gonna keep a constant speed. Let's go sport mode. We're 1500 RPM. Sport mode. It engaged, already down to third, down to second. We're taking the corner, and as soon as I open it up, there it goes, the Goldwing boys. And back to tour mode, engaged. Now we take the hairpin in third, no longer in second gear, and we're gonna open it up again, full throttle. It's a little bit slower off the mark because it's no longer in second gear, but it holds it even in tour mode. If it feels you want to go, it will hold the gear. And now it went to fourth, and let's ride it calmly so it goes back to its comfort mode. Like even in tour mode, if you give it full gas, it thinks, okay, you want some speed, you want to have fun? Alright, I'll give you fun. And now look, it's changing gear at 2500 RPM, nice and calmly. And if I go to sport mode, engages, come on, engaged, we're instantly down to fourth gear. And we go again to tour mode, hand off the throttle, we're back in tour mode. It changes character so quickly. Sport mode and tour mode is so different, and it makes the bike feel completely different. But you can ride it around in tour mode. I mean, the engine has tons of torque. Even at 2000 RPM, the thing has a lot of pickup and go. It's uncanny. It's amazing, honestly. And now we're in tour mode. It's just at 3000 RPM, between 2 and 3000. We can chuck it into the corners, we can power out. And because we are caning it a little bit, it's holding on to the RPM. And if we go on the brakes, it still stays in fifth. We can let it in, and if we accelerate softly, it should switch up to sixth gear, or we can give it a plus. Even if it's in completely automatic mode, you can give it suggestions. Like I've given a suggestion to abandon fifth gear and go up to sixth, and now it's holding sixth gear. And now we're cruising at 2000 RPM, taking corners without any kind of hassle, switching it, throwing it from side to side. I mean, it's just that easy. Now we're up to seventh gear. I don't even have to go to sport mode. I have my minus button here, 2 clicks on the minus button, fifth gear, and there it goes to fifth. So you can give it suggestions, and the bike will work with you. Well, had my high beams on. Wonderful machine. It's a jack of all trades. But it's not what the saying says. It's a jack of all trades that does everything perfectly. Sorry for the pauses in my speech, but I'm blown away by this motorcycle. It should be impossible for a bike to do it all and to do everything so well. It's just it's on a different planet. It's no longer in a different league. And I don't even want the manual one, the DCT one. This is the one to have. I know people are crying that all Goldwings are being hard. It's hard to find a Goldwing with a manual transmission. Fuck it. This is the one you want. The DCT is the one you want. Trust me, I am a guy who has done countless road trips on all kinds of roads, on all kinds of machines. The DCT Goldwing is the one you want. Trust me on this one. This is the one you want. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's a bit sad that my time with the Goldwing is coming to an end now, as I'm taking it back, because this wasn't even supposed to be for test rides. But I really asked very, very nicely the guys at Moto24 that are a Honda dealer, and they said okay. I told them it's a dream of mine, and they said okay, you can have the Goldwing. It's not for test rides, but we trust you, you can have the Goldwing. And Jesus Christ, is it ever a good motorcycle. Shockingly. Anyway guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, if you ever get the chance to test out the Goldwing, do it. For the love of God, do it. You need to experience this. Anyway, take care out there everyone, and ride safe. Bye.